and terrifying. These girls were here at her express instruction, and she had made the arrangements with him. Only she could reassure him that this was all above board, despite appearances to the contrary. For months, the toffee factory workers had been laying bets on who the next factory wedding would be. The smart money was on Reenie Calder, who, though still only 17, had been courting a very sweet junior manager from the time and motion department for nearly a year, and according to rumour, had been negotiating with him on the terms of an engagement. Reenie's friend, Mary Norcliffe, would not have seemed a likely candidate for matrimony a year before, but then life had wrought its changes, and Mary was no longer known as the bad queen behind her back, because her bad temper had given way in response to the kindness she found in new friendships in the factory. Now that she had been given the chance to work in the confectioner's kitchen and work closely with the handsome young widower who ran it, some, including her flighty younger sister Bess, whispered that she might make a suitable stepmother to the confectioner's 2 small children. Meanwhile, happy-go-lucky Bess, still known as Good Queen Bess in the factory because her kindly nature never changed, was possibly the Quality Street girl who everyone hoped would wed. Bess was friendly and obliging to a fault, and her sister Mary was convinced that if she wasn't guarded round the clock, she would get herself in the family way by obliging rather too much. There were always a few semi-serious suitors ready to take pretty Bess to a dance, but Mary was clinging to the hope that the new home which awaited her sister would be one where she could settle down in comfort and give Mary's blood pressure a well-earned rest. Then there was Diana Moore, but she was now so old, by the standards of the factory girls, that no one had seemed to think of her in matrimonial terms, and that was the way Diana had liked it. Being the talk of the town lost its appeal for her years ago. Now the morning of the wedding was here, and it had come in an unholy hurry. Reenie was resplendent in a satin gown and light fur cape, which had been a gift from her young man's parents when he'd told them they were to be engaged. Reenie was glad of the cape in the chill of the church, and she felt sorry for Mary, who shivered a little beside her while they waited just inside the nave door. Reenie was not surprised to see that Mary's dress was of a slightly old-fashioned cut. It had echoes of a dress she'd seen Mary wear on another occasion to church, and she remembered how it had transfixed Albert Baum, the factory confectioner. It seemed fitting that Mary would choose something that he would have liked, had he been the one to choose it. That more assertive factory girl the curate had been waiting for appeared at the bottom of the steps in a chauffeur-driven car and made her way quickly up toward them. "She isn't coming." Diana did not sound disappointed. "The wedding can go ahead." Who isn't coming?" The curate found this whole situation most suspicious, and he would have raised more vocal objections if a very large ornate special license, signed by his superior's superior, had not persuaded him to go along with it. "Is this a person who knows of some lawful impediment why—" Diana cut him off before he could waste any more time. "There is no lawful reason why this marriage shouldn't take place. It was a personal reason, and I have dealt with it." Mary looked a bit scared of Diana when she said that, but Reenie knew better and breathed a sigh of relief. A spring morning was warming the rooftops of Halifax, and it was nearly 8 o'clock. In just a few moments, it would be legally late enough in the day for the wedding to begin. Chapter 1. 2 months earlier. Macintosh's toffee factory was invisibly falling apart. The bricks and mortar were sound, much of it new, thanks to rebuilding efforts throughout the preceding year, and money was pouring in to help with preparations for the war, which everyone feared was coming. But workers weren't pouring in. Instructions for how to use the money